Weeks 9 through 12, the final progression, we're gonna go with the granddaddy of them all, the bench press to the upper body. Well, I think it is because it's one of the big three in powerlifting. That's a flat barbell bench press. Focus on keeping your elbows in and focus on trying to bend the bar with your pinkies. So you wanna literally try and push against the bar with your pinky. Why? Because this makes your elbows go in, which lessens the chance of injury. Don't go too heavy and do not risk injury. But again, this is something you can push yourself in, and remember, tighten them glutes. The next will be something that was actually a lead off in weeks 5 through 8. That's the bilateral dumbbell bench press. The reason we're doing that is because after bench press, it complements it, and also it is a progression from a plyometric push-up. The next will be a standing barbell shoulder press. Standing barbell shoulder press, you simply press the weight overhead. With a barbell, bring it down to your front. I don't want you going behind your head, simply because I don't find it necessary. Is it gonna lead to injury? Maybe not. However, I would rather see you military press it to the front. Then we go lateral raise for 5 sets. Dips are the next exercise. If you're strong enough, you could use weight on it. However, by this time in the workout, it's later in the workout, doing a straight dip, again, you're not gonna be leaning forward, you're gonna be upright because we're focusing on the triceps here. 5 sets of those. Then ab rollouts. Keep everything tight, stretch out as far as you can, and bring it up and contract at the top. This is a chest exercise everyone knows about. How much you bench? Well, here, this is actually the third progression. Week 1 through 4, we did half your body off the bench, unilateral. Week 5 through 8, we rocked it out with bilateral, constant tension, time under tension on it. Now we're gonna bring it all together for the flat barbell bench press. Now, we remember from the other two, quads, glutes, tight. Come in. What I like to do is I like to come in here, get my feet up. You want a retracted scapula. That means you want to pinch your shoulder blades together. Pull up, never out. Get your scapula together on the bench. I like to do my hands about this angle, like if you're doing the YMCA, over your head. Come down. Plant your glutes on the bench, natural arch in your lower back. Push it up, come down, elbows in, elbows in, elbows in, pause and up. Now, you'll see different things. You'll see powerlifters do things like this, but the new school of thought, get a nice firm base. You're not gonna wanna lift your butt. You want to keep this engaged and tight at all times. Elbows in will help prevent any injury to this area right here. You see a lot of bench press and you see a lot of dumbbell bench press, but I really want to focus on the squeeze and the time under tension. I also want to be able to make sure my core can stabilize my body. That's the whole point of this program. Want to be functional. One way we're going to do that is we're going to do bilateral dumbbell bench press with time under tension. Going to keep one arm in the air at all times and press with the other arm unilaterally. Key is, remember in the progression we did last time, in the last segment, our progression was half your body off the bench. This time your full body's on the bench, but you're still going to have to use stabilization. So we've already done dumbbell standing press for our shoulders, and we've also done the kneeling kettlebell bell up press. Here, we're basically gonna do the most compound movement you can do for shoulders, not using anything complex like a hang clean or things like that. We are going to do a straight up barbell shoulder press. So this is the last progression in the shoulder press for this program. So what I like to do is get a grip around shoulder width. For me, for most bars, it's pinky on the hash mark. And as I say, always start with the pinky. So you come in here, get under it, push it up, maintain proper core strength, slight bend in the knees. Dumbbell lateral raise. This really works the shoulder in an isolated way that nothing else really does. A lot of people just raise it. A lot of people do funny stuff. They'll do this, they'll swing it up. And sometimes I'm not hating on that. If that gets you results, if you feel that that really gets you at the top and you feel it working and you're maximizing force, you're overloading, that's completely fine. But for this, we're just gonna isolate. We're gonna use weight that we can handle, and we're gonna come up. Now, as you can see, unless you're here, your shoulders aren't really doing much. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna have you start here. So we're gonna start right here or right here. Preference, whatever you wanna do. I like starting here. Come up. Then a slight turn at the top. So think about it like you're pouring a glass of tea. So you got a little tea, boom, you got a little tea. See that little just pouring that little tip of the pinky. I'm not saying exaggerated, but just like that. Look straight ahead, core nice and tight, slight hold at the top, boom, boom. When you twist at the top, it gets a little extra movement right in here, a little extra contraction at the top, and that's what we're going for. Now, you can do dips to focus on your chest, you can just focus on your triceps. I don't really care right now what you're doing. However, there are a couple things I'm going to emphasize. One is, don't fully lock out at the top. Don't fully do this. One, it's not very good. Two, you want constant tension when you lock out. If you can lock out, which I don't even think I can do anymore, a lot of pressure on your joints. So since this is at the end, we've already done a lot of chest. We're gonna focus on doing a straight up dip. Your body straight, facing forward, come down, and up. Now, if I was to lean forward like this, focusing on more chest. But if I'm facing this way, boom. See at the top, I'm not fully like this. I still have pressure on my triceps. Okay, some call this the squat of the upper body, because it's pretty much working damn near everything. However, I'm not gonna say all that. I'm gonna say that when it comes to bodyweight movements, the dip is one of the best things you can do. Ab rollouts. Now you can do these standing up, I can't. So, what you're gonna do, you're gonna get on your knees, put a pad under them, because sometimes knees on the ground doing this, extending, contracting aren't good. You roll out as far as you can before touching the ground. Come up. This works everything from your chest, your serratus, whole upper body, and it really, really works your core.